can't remember the last time I was sad not to see an Aatrox locked in, but I would have loved an Aatrox being locked in here. Nah, perhaps a little bit more safe.
It's very low. Yike is in a position to cover, but a flash Q from Marang could be all it takes.
How long is that Q from coming off cooldown? He used it to get into this, but Bush knows there's no Warden with Caps going forward, even though Larsen's low. There's nowhere for Caps to go. Does still have the flash, will hold on to it. Marang flash follows though. Needs a slow here. One more auto will be enough. Permafrost. And down to an icy tomb for Caps.
He always does it, man. Malrang always does it. Level 3, he will get a kill.
Cheetah recall or some sort of recall off in this bottom lane. With the strut on the MF, you can get back to the lane so much quicker. You can see Compony sitting on the Doran's blade, whereas this double longsword dagger as Caps caught out again in the mid lane. Chaos Storm coming down. Caps, you've got nowhere to go. And we will just be chipped away. The death rate from Larsen is the second kill of the game for Koi.
What is going on?
Small thing, but can have massive consequences is Victor. When you get those kills, oh, hang on a second.
Excellent fight in the mid lane. Caps able to go away from the permafrost. Yike was there to counter it. Yike stunned up for a second though. Marang going back in still. It's the pain of having a ranged mid laner with a Sejuani. The permafrost was stacking up, but couldn't get 49% sure. They were greeding for a plate in the bottom lane. It was about one hit away from dying. Ooh. And Trimby just overstepped a slight bit because of it. Depth charge going down onto Trimby. Comp though trading back onto Mickey with Marang on his way. And Flash, Glacial Prism, a possibility. Mickey has Flash. Instead he goes for Hansama. Only lands the slow Hansama. Only the exhaust on him. And because he doesn't have that escape tool, he will die in the bottom lane.
What an early game from Koi. They're controlling.
I was surprised because they did actually spot him in vision in mid lane. It was a possibility, but regardless, G2 get punished.
Oh, Nature's Grasp being used here. Marin's going to try and block it, but Larsen does exactly that. Larsen rooted underneath the tower, though, somehow surviving for an absolute Aeon, but in the end, Yike will get G2 on the board.
Looks like he got hit by one of the roots. He was just not straight behind Marang there. I think he got tagged as much damage on it as possible.
But they can also try and catch out Mickey as he tries to roam up, and that's exactly what they do. Bullet time coming out, Comp down to about half HP, but already Mickey has fallen. Caps coming in from the side. Marin's going to try and flash across this wall, but the bullets chase him home. Caps now in the midst of the camp. Storm will fall as well. Cannot survive Trimby's assault. Hansama trying to do what he can. Yike's going to join the party. They'll go for Larsen. Hansama trying to get on the board again. A second for him in the fight. Koi forced to retreat down towards the bottom side. Can Trimby get away? Yike looked for the slow from the Nature's Grasp, but couldn't quite find it. The Bramble Smash, in fact, the slow from the Make It Rain won't be enough to keep Trimby in G2's grasp.
Ends up being
with the pesky saplings that can chip away at your health. Comp and Trimby looking for something, but no one from G2 oversteps, so they'll back away. They don't have vision on the river either. Now Trimby stayed here.
What's going on here?
Comp's gonna get hooked. Trimby looking for the tide away from behind. The next guy's coming out as well, but Trimby's on the wrong side of dodge. Bullet time into the roots. Lands his mark, and Hansama gets his third. Make it his fourth of the game. G2 on a tear.
Massive blunder by Koi's bot lane as well. What are they doing? Comp's just trying to run past the wave. Caps is in trouble. Marang.
Caps still has the flash here. Glacial Prism's going to come out, and Caps flashes it. Saved it for all that time to dodge the ultimate from the Sejuani, and G2 get everything.
It's funny because it was actually Caedrel that, because he often goes so far. Hang on, hook.
Onto Malrang. Depth charge onto Larsen as well. TP's coming, Nature's Grasp coming in from the side as well. Malrang trying to get away. Trimby is the root, but look at the damage! It's a bullet time, and it sends them all to hell. Larsen has to flash away. Caps still on the chase, but G2 just find everything in the top lane.
And you see the beauty of the MF in this comp. When Maokai can get the ult onto multiple targets, the follow-up is always there. No matter how far away, Hands is just in range. For
but everyone around him seems to be stepping up, that Caps can just continue to do his thing.
Yeah, faith in the bot lane of G2 and finding the young guns of Yike, and even Koi similarly in Shigenda, finding that aggressive style in these lanes or in the jungle that can bring a different style. Koi.
Nature's Grasp comes in. There's the knockback as well with the cask. Instead, Marang will fall. But Shigenda gets onto the backline, and now it's all on Koi. What can you do? A beautiful Gnar means the Caps will fall, but Koi still retreating underneath their tower. Hansama falls away so low. One more auto would be enough, but they just can't get in range. G2 will walk away wounded, but they'll walk away alive.
Oh, so frustrating for Koi. It was such a bad fight. The turn was amazing from Shigenda, but they only get one kill. So close to getting Hands, so close to getting Mickey as well. Maybe they can find this dragon. It's sole point for G2 if they can pick it up.
They don't have a jungler, Caedrel.
Literally was good.
I'm not sure if Hansama even went back to base. I feel like he just lifestealed everything back.
He's got bloodthirst.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The man just brought himself back to full HP, ready to fight again. And as you rightly said, frustration for Koi. What was a very... Yep. It's quite crazy, yeah. And I mean, this is one of the big things. Koi coming in as his replacement, Comp rather coming in as his replacement, but we're setting it for this fight.
Well, Mickey just hooked the wall there. I think he wants to engage though.
Legenda just went into mini now. TP coming in. There's a Nature's Grasp once again. Mauang will be on the front line. He goes in. They step forward, but the bullet time hasn't even been used yet. Caps on the back line. Just assassinates Trimby. Now Comp is next up. You can cleanse all you want, but you can't cleanse death. The ultimate CC for Koi as they are forced away once again.
And Caps just does Caps things once more. He's been struggling in this game, but he makes a beeline for the backline as he's able to execute Trimby. He sets up the team to kill Comp. And G2 walk away with 3 kills, the Baron and the game.
Did he TP flank there? Solo kills Trimby, knocks Comp into the rest of the team. Does insane work for G2 there, and we've got another fight here. Mickey's getting caught.
Very deep. TP coming out as well from Broken Blade as they look to join the fight. Nature's Grasp into the bullet time! Dodge that, Koi! G2 just cleaned them up in the jungle. Koi thought they found something, but all they find is an early grave as they are wiped away once again. Shigenda will fall. Caps is just tower diving 2 towers here. Broken Blade wants a piece of the party. Take notes, he says, as he forces Trimby and Mauang away.
We may as well call it the Nature's bullet time at this point. The combos worked twice now for G2, and into the MF, maybe they could find a miracle. But what's their dive? It's a Gnar TP flank, a Sejuani ult hitting. Despite the amount of frontline that G2 have, they're kind of grasping at straws there. So G2 are just going to get the siege going. Make sure Broken Blade and Mickey are just in front of Hands so he can work with space. Make sure he can walk up. And we'll see what Koi can do on this last defense.
No TP flank for Shigenda. His teleport still on cooldown. Inhibitor tower falls in the bottom lane as Koi look for some last vestige of hope. Some last light at the end of the tunnel. It might just be a game 2 angle for them. As Comp puts the culling down, but Mickey can tank that for quite a while. Look for the hook there. Once again, the minion meets an early grave.
Maybe the Infinity Edge is what Koi's waiting for here. They don't want to pull the trigger just yet, but G2 definitely do.
There's the Nature's Grasp once again, looking for the inhibitor here. Tidal Wave used, won't hit the bullet time, it was just wide. Larson taken out in the midst of it all as Hansama gets another one on the board, and now Comp is up.
It's over.
Mickey continues to land the hooks. Trimby forced to flash away, Hansama diving the inhibitor tower. And as you say, Caedrel, it's all done, but the Nexus falling, it's all over. But the final death knell here for Koi. 3 members strong, they can try and defend, but G2 are tanking the towers and their minions will keep the backdoor bonus alive. Broken Blade forces Mauang away, the Nexus towers fall, followed by the Nexus. G2 unwilling to end it yet, they want a little more time in the spotlight, time in the sun.
They're farming KDA.
They're farming KDA. You see Hansama with a smile on his face, and what a smile it should be. A dominant performance from G2 as they take game 1 of this best of 5.
We already mentioned it in the game. The early game looked very promising for Koi. They find themselves with 3 quick kills, they get themselves a 1.5k gold lead. All things good for Koi.
Check it just in case.
Check the holy text. The truth will exist.
It's Belveth mid, I think.
Belveth mid into...
We might see a repeat of it in this game, guys.
It's first blood.
Broken Blade goes forward. Shigenda very willing to accept him. He's dead. He's just going to sack to the tower. Make sure that Mauang doesn't get an assist here. Shigenda will take the kill.
Not bad, honestly.
Overall, first blood, the gold lead for Rogue.
Anything you can do, I can do better, Mauang says. He was born in the chaos
of
level.
Do have the early game gold lead. Larson has no mana. And Caps, well, he's not really going to do anything off the back of it because he's Sejuani.
He's got no flash.
He's
but Yike is here. He's going forward. Yike looking for it. There's the stun. Locked up. Cocoon comes out as well. But Caps on the board. Equalizes that kill score. And now Yike can try and chase Mauang through this jungle. But instead, works his way up. Scuttles up towards this top lane. Yike is here too, though. Yike is here too, looking for some death in Lavender.
Mauang waits straight from bottom to top.
Here he goes, there's the ghost. Broken Blade, no flash. Mauang locked up though, and Yike once again in the right place. Gobbles him down, a delicious banquet for the Belveth as Broken Blade takes the kill.
Nice setup there from G2 again. Yike knowing that Broken Blade wants to crash the wave. Mauang trying to punish. Use the repel to commit.
Of course he's bot.
Of course he's bot.
That Glacial Prism onto Trimby. Doesn't quite land the CC. Caps tanking the tower. Trimby though sniped from long range as Hansama takes him, and now Koi. Comp is in for a world of hurt. A double for Hansama, and it's falling apart at the seams for Koi.
They're ganking top, they're ganking bot. It's 6 minutes into the game. Yike will catch midway. I feel like when his jungler's on one side, most mid laners lean to that side. No, Caps goes the other way. Looks for for plays on the opposite side, and normally in pro play, hang on, Mickey.
Trimby caught out here, rooted up. Chain of Corruption did hit, and Trimby just doesn't have a moment to breathe, doesn't have a moment to live. As he is taken out once again. This Nami so susceptible to the combination of Heimerdinger and Varus. Larson next up. And he will burn his flash to escape.
He did try. This is probably the first time in a long time that we've seen a very similar style work to great success in the early game.
Here they go again.
Yeah, Trimby locked up, all 4 members of G2 down here, and Trimby has nowhere to go once again. Just assassinated, one more auto's enough. Yike steals his soul, Comp clears the wave. But now, can Comp survive?
And look at the mini-map. Comp's dead. He's as good as dead. And Broken Blade's catching mid-wave. Actually, TP coming in. Maybe they're going to protect.
Just locked up by himself. They're trying to protect.
They're double TPing.
Double TP. Chain of Corruption coming in. Larson low already. He's eaten again. It's a double for Yike. They're looking for more. Shigenda goes all out to try and defend for Comp. Now once again underneath the tower. Now there is a long wait for the next minion wave. But instead they put the Herald down to tank the tower. Comp is going to try and kill himself on the enemy turret in-game to make sure that Hunsummer and Caps can't get any gold out of it, but he can't get there quickly enough. Hunsummer's on a killing spree, and G2 are demolishing Koi.
They're acing them between towers at 11 minutes into the game. Only Shigenda lives. That was double TP invested to save Comp, and they even gave up more kills than they initially intended to. Broken Blade. Well, G2, we'll see what play they look for next. Caps and Yike teaming up. Larson can't even enter his own jungle. Larson, don't do it. Don't
you
go
walk
that
away
way
from the safety of your tower and immediately you're locked up. A beautiful death for Larson as Yike gets his 4th of the game. Yet to die means he keeps the Remora stacks up as well. And it is
You see that in the gold, you know. Caps is basically even with Larson, but the jungle and AD gap is massive in terms of gold. Broken Blade might be in trouble. Koi looking for their first kill. I've seen Broken Blade do crazier things.
Yep. Uses the Ragnarok, dodges the all-out, now turns his attention over to Trimby. Trying to get those autos down, but just can't do it. Koi get their second kill, meanwhile Hunsummer and Mickey Bay.
It's still 15 minutes into the game. They've still got a second Herald in their back pocket. We'll see how far they want to push the advantage. Knowing G2, they probably want to break.
They look to catch out Larson up towards this top lane. Larson trying to get something on the map, the first tower of the game perhaps, and should be able to secure it with one more auto attack. He'll take it, gets the bounty, but a little consolation prize it is for him. More of a participation trophy than anything measurable as Yike gets his 5th kill.
I can see it already. G2's going to end top. I can see you would play like
that,
Zinzao said you want jungle mid, and this would be your kill threat into sides. But here with Bel'Veth, they're pulling it off.
Where are you going, Comp? Not many places it feels. He dashes away, but Yike will chase him down. The Endless Banquet has begun. Yike sees the TP behind him, and now they're in a 2v4. Shigenda trying to get into the action. Yike dodging away as much as he can, but he's going to get booted up for a second. Continues to dodge and to dive and to dip away from it all. And G2 now in the chase. They don't like it when you isolate 2 of their players. And instead, they'll try and chase you down. G2 will survive. Caps gives a bit of a questioning glance with the emote there. And now G2 will just go back and farm up the midway.
20 minutes.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's definitely one where... Hang on a second, Caps.
Going for Comp, hits him with the Glacial Prism, like Yike's on the chase as well. Can't quite find it.
Don't have enough damage.
Ultimate form has timed out there for a second. Baron obviously an option to regenerate that, but from now he will be in that less imposing Bel'Veth form, and I'm sure Koi will be very happy to
if they want to do crazy shenanigans and make it whack and wild.
Well, what did you do when you played against
Well, we lost, obviously. What do you expect me to say?
You had all of these draft strategies. Did you win? No, 0-3.
Actually, we beat them once.
Wasn't that cool Urgot game where you had
Really formidable team when you have so much flexibility in draft. It's really hard to guess where anything's going, but also what to ban, because you don't know where anything's going, kind of. So yeah, you can see in that 4-5, right? You think they said you want to go jungle.
Shigenda just TP'd to this tower, and he is already dead as Yike goes godlike. G2 are pushing for the win. As much as I like story time with the lads, I think the end of the game might be very imminent. Here it goes.
Imminent.
Imminent.
Here it comes. Hunsummer. I thought he was tanking the tower for a second then. The first tower will drop. Koi faltering. Damage just from the E of
Yike's going forward. He's looking for more. Once the kill onto Trimsy, Hunsummer takes it instead. Comp and Marang forced back into the fountain. Larson forced to the last remaining turret on the map for Koi. And in one of the most convincing games I have seen in a long, long time, G2 will go 2-0 up over Koi.
One game away from the finals here, G2. Next weekend, or this weekend I should say. It's Monday, always forget that.
Yeah, it's on Sunday now. The finals are on Sunday. G2 one game away from securing their spot there.
I mean, this
You
is
can see the face on
yeah.
Larson.
This is one of those games where it's like, so
what do we do?
What do we do? Was kind of, they forced Mad Lions into an engage onto them, and they would look for those re-engages, and then they would pick apart their opposition. And the thing about these comps is that you don't really have access onto either backline.
For Yike being pretty strong and pretty scary, as on Lilia, he's gone 3-0 so far in the LEC. He looks for a mid-gank here. Gonna dive Larson, they're gonna do it as they go in. Cap splashes away, but Marang's in the right place at the right time. First blood. Yike tanks up a tower. Oh my god!
Oh, it's a tragedy.
I just put up a good ganks off. It's worth to buy them
he
and
also
sell
has
them,
Conqueror, which is also another interesting one.
Broken Blade. Oh, Marang's here though. Like looking for it. Shigenda trying to build up their Mega Gnar. Can't quite get it. No flash on the Gnar. Remember, Broken Blade flashing forward, but he can't get in range. The undertow. He doesn't have the mana for it. The Conqueror. Look at the Conqueror. Look at it go. Look at him. No need to farm camps when you can farm foes. As he gets Yike underneath the tower. And remember, no Yike, no flash. The Swirl Seed wide, and the Swifty boys are here to party.
Marang and Shigenda win out on the top side 2v2. Koi are now winning. G2 get first Drake. I think they'll get second as well. I mean, they have so much bot push, so much skirmish potential. Caps can get mid push whenever he wants as well, or at least join his team. But he's doing the same thing as last game. Caps, I've noticed this whole series. When his jungler's on one side, he will go to the other to get information.
Yeah.
But as long as you're on the limits, it does give you a bit more information.
I mean, he is a little safe on the Tristana as well, right?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Marang, Glacial Prism, Yike! Caught out in his jungle. Like Bambi taken down by the boar there.
This has got to feel good for Marang after last game.
Yeah.
The fact that his jungle is being torn apart. Hansama with the ult.
Yeah, Trimmy needs to flash that, gets the stun onto Hansama as well. Mickey could still look for the chase, but the turret goes down, and so no hook can connect. Cap stepping forward here, just wants the plate, he wants the plate, but the plate isn't what you can take. Larson unwilling to give it up. Cap's able to jump away though, does still have the flash here.
Calculated.
And in the end, he gets the plate and gets out. Didn't have to burn a summoner.
Hashtag worth.
Mickey flashing forward. Trimby though lands the stun. Hansama now cleansing away, but this isn't the best of places
Mickey.
to be. Mickey ignited, ticking down, will be able to survive, but they can look for it.
Just let him cook.
Just let him cook.
They also have
No cleanse on
minute.
hands.
The Rift
There it
House.
comes.
Surprise! There it is! He cooked up a spicy meal for Hansama. And Hans will be feeling that one in the morning as Marang now can put the Rift Tower down. And if he wants, they could just look for the first plate and then Rift Tower. They could even not use the Rift Tower at all.
That's just such a massive gain for the Koi bot lane as well, because so many minions were lost, along with the plate secured and the Herald drop. Yike now trying to cross map, but I don't think he can really get much here.
Yeah, Shigenda should be able to live, right? Jump forward, floating lullaby possibility. Rift Tower charged in. We look down towards the bottom lane as Caps kills Trimby somehow. Okay, so Trimby was walking up to try and get vision, and Caps is just waiting there for him.
Yeah, I think it is.
Doesn't look like it. Doesn't want to gamble it against Hansama's Callista.
Yeah, Broken Blade's there. Shigenda's top. So yeah, like you said, on mid jungle. Comp's on the way.
See it on Malrang.
Shigenda's on the way. Hans on the way. Both teams want to stall a little bit.
Yeah, Hans is quite far away though. He's only just getting into the G2 jungle. Mickey looking for the hook there as Caps jumps forward, but Marang immediately dives onto him. And Caps is ticking away. Trimby takes him. Mickey next up as he'll get stunned in the bush. It's a double for Trimby. And even without their ultimates, Koi still come out on top.
I love the way Koi's draft works against G2s, because G2 has to go forwards, Tristana has to go forwards, Nautilus, Olaf, all these champs, and they just put a Heimer turret down. They have a Mega Gnar in your face, and the Azir and Sivir.
Looks like he used the Emperor's Divide to do it. G2 now using that opportunity, knowing the Azir ultimate is down, to start up this dragon.
Flip it.
They're gonna try. Hook goes in from Mickey. Comp going in with the ult. Now Larson's still not in this fight, remember, but Noise Broken Blade. They've locked down Caps. They CC chain him. The loading lullaby being used as well. Young trying to get the damage down on the back line, but Shigenda with a great Gnar across the side manages to isolate G2, and they'll be wiped away in the river. The turning tides in favor of Koi.
Only 2 members full for Koi, the jungle support, but the solo lanes, the carries and Comp managed to pull it off. Broken Blade's alive. He just solo killed Marang off screen there. Massive sleep from Yike, but no follow-up.
Exactly. G2, it feels like that there's a lot of isolated situations with which they can't control all of Koi at once, and Koi with this gold lead, they're going to force a 20-minute Baron. There's nothing that G2 can do. Easy secure, and it looks like Koi is definitely going to
TP behind. They're looking for the flank here on Yike and Hansama.
Larson's going to shuffle.
Larson has the shuffle, doesn't even need it to get onto Hansama, though Hansama will be felled by Malrang and Koi and Comp. Yike trying to get away, but he's shuffled back though. Loading Lullaby only onto Larson, pops a stopwatch to make sure that he can't be taken out by anyone, but Caps is nowhere near the fray, nor is Broken Blade, so just a stopwatch to delay for a moment there.
It's not crazy, it's clean play from Koi. They execute incredibly well, they punish the mispositions of G2, they secured the bot tier 2 tower, they have another wave in mid, and they might not make it as flashy as G2, but they make it look easy. 20 minutes in, tier 2 towers already falling with the Baron as well. Koi looking convincing. And a performance that...
With the E, he wants to just get as much gold as possible, get the objective bounty, get IE on base now, and then just try to take the next fight.
But you're going to lose so much of your base. Double inhibs going down. Red Bull Baron power play continuing to extend for Koi. Caps continues to push in though, maybe looking for a tier 3. And Demolish going to do a little bit of work, but who can get back? Well, Baron empowered recall for Shigenda means he'll be back there pretty quick. Caps will take 2 fell. Impossible to put behind.
Here comes the dive.
Looking for it, Mickey hooks a minion, Caps has to flash away, Buster shot coming out as well, looking for the floating lullaby, won't be able to get it, and Mawang doing so much work in this fight, can't be able to walk back to his minion line, but G2 now starting to open up, Broken Blade finds one, Comp has to flash, no flash for Broken Blade, Mickey has one neither, but Mawang might get hooked it, Mickey's still on the chase, super minions in the base of G2, but they are hungry for blood, as Kansama will eventually back away.
Koi giving up over some gold to G2, and they lost the bot tier 1, the tier 2, the tier 3, I think, as well.
This time, no, it's Caps down to half already from the Arson poke with the soldiers. Mickey looking for something. Broken Blade trying to get onto Comp, but he's just shredded where he stands. Comp continues to kite backwards. He's looking for Larson, but he can't get it. And now Koi can open up. Face call. Pulls back one. Mickey goes back in. Larson with the stopwatch. Yikes, gonna fall. Mickey 2. And Caps and Hans Summer can only stand and watch. The last defense is not enough. A penta for Comp to close it out and to start Koi's comeback in this series.
Massive step up from the carry of Koi. Second pentakill, I believe. He had one at Malmo. He's got one here as well. And it was a little bit hairy on the first dive, but they managed to pull it off on the second.
Much more patient play. They kited back beautifully, and Koi played the final team fight to perfection.
Map in this series, and of course, over his entirety of his career. Getting pushed in does mean that Caps is opened up a little bit more on the map, but you do have the protection of, Chain of Corruption down towards that bottom side.
Ganked by Yike. Will they fall prey to death?
As they see him on the ward now.
Comes in. Mickey
flashes in. Here's the level 2. Comp has to flash away. Trimby trying to dance away from this one as well. Yike puts down a sapling. That will get the slow flash forward with the twisted advance and knock back, and Comp falls prey to the level 1. Trimby takes an answering kill. Trying to turn it around here with the red buff, but does still have the flash, has the cleanse. Mantra W, cleanse away by Trimby. Flashes back, but he missed the Q! Comp respawns, Mawang's on his way down here. Now, what do we got in terms of sums? None for G2's bot lane. Mawang stands on a ward for a second.
Look at Caps.
Caps needs to cover this, otherwise bot lane is over.
Yike is stealing away Razorbeaks while all of this is happening. He won't be able to get here in time. G2, all hands to the pumps, all defense on. Boomerang going out. Looking for the knockup, they can't get to Hans Summer. Instead, they go for Mickey. Comp is taking the tower, but Comp will get one. TP coming in from Caps as he joins the party. He's looking for Comp, and the damage is coming down. Double bomb from Caps! That's truly a bomber if I'd ever seen one. Trimby now.
With the cover, looks like it won't come to anything, but he's holding the wave there. That's going to be a bit of a pain for Hans. Maybe he's going to stop his base here to try to get it in. Yeah, and that's when Koi strike.
They look for it. Comp is low here. No flash, no heal. Ignite is ticking, and Comp will fall, but Hans Summer next up. Trimby gets another. Mawang chasing in here as well. You can see Yike tentatively thinking, can I join? Not in time. It's a double for Trimby. And who's the AD carry now? The Callista is online.
Trimby's Callista mid-wave as well.
Shigenda looking to trade a little bit here in the top lane. Ragnarok comes out from Broken Blade to dodge away from the Gnar. Lots of damage onto Broken Blade though, and no real minion wave for them. Shigenda goes into the mini Gnar, flashes away. Caps has a flash of his own. Buster shot explosive is enough. Mawang facing up against Yike down towards the bottom side in now. Yike is on the wrong side of the rift. Looks like it might just be a 1-for-1 trade in the end. Yike puts down the Nature's Grasp, but no escape from Mawang. Broken Blade running away. Larson gets a couple of resets. Could look for a little bit more here, but with the Undertow connecting, I think Larson will just be looking to catch this wave.
On this bot vision. Can clear out everything G2 have, and Malrang.
Oh, 32 HP on it, couldn't get there in time. He's trying to dodge away from all of these saplings, but he may have gone a little bit too far now. He's going to get slowed.
Trouble.
Doesn't have flash, has cease and desist, could go in onto Caps, immediately dives in, the charm coming in as well. They look to isolate Caps. Can they take him down? They can't. Caps on a rampage now. Mickey on the chase, double Spirit Rush available for Larson, though he'll use those charges to get the head.
But the root from Maokai stopped Larssen from being able to use his ultimate, and that meant that G2 could walk away with the kill as Mickey and Hans Summer arrived to the fight.
It's interesting that he dashes over to try to steal it when his bot lane based. Broken Blade diving top.
Red buff Ragnarok going in. Meganar coming out from Shigenda, though. The extra health might be enough. Broken Blade flashes and gets the solo bolo.
What a monster. He knows these limits on this champion so well.
Not the end of the world. If you think about later into this game, the amount of utility that G2 have, Caps goes in onto Comp.
Trimby's on his way, though. Chain of Corruption coming out. They're going to turn it back around with a face call. Caps has nowhere to go in the shutdown. Goes over to Comp. Just funnel the money into his pockets. Mickey next up. They're on the chase and underneath the tower. Mickey can only die. A double for Comp. And what a comeback in the bot lane for Koi.
Koi are alive in this series. Game 2 shortly.
Tower Broken Blade's going to push it in. And that will be a tier 1 falling. Dragon starting, Malrang going in. Look at the Caps once again. Once again, the buffer jump. Nature's Guard's coming out as Yike tries to lock up Larssen, but off towards the top side of the fight. Mickey's already been assassinated. Now Broken Blade is looking to Ragnarok, and Ragnarok on his way through Trimby. And the Kalista can only do so much to get out of it. A shutdown going over to Hans Summer in the end as he gets the kill. The Dragon secured as well for G2. Shigenda going in, but Larssen can't get in range to get the charm off in time. And Undertow connects the Ravenous Hydra. Doing quite a lot of work. The arrow not enough. Dragon secured by G2.
Cap slams the door.
Does knock you up if you're directly on top of it.
I think he was.
That was
But they're looking for no flash on Yike. This could be a pick here for Koi if they want to commit.
But instead, they've gone for Mickey. Cease and desist use on him. Larssen's going to try and get away from Yike. The chase on for Mickey. He will fall. Larssen escapes up towards the top side. Don't see if he used the ultimate there.
A good pick from Koi, punishing Mickey out of position. Did lose him his flash as well, or rather did cost him his flash. G2 though.
Larssen did use the ult, and Yike's going for the chase here. It's Demonic Radiant Virtue. I think Yike actually might win these. TP coming in. Nature's Grasp.
He's dead.
Like, Nature's Grasp behind him, but as you say, it may very possibly be dead. Twisted Advance. Malrang holds onto the Q. Nature's Grasp coming out, but that's a jungler dead. Hans Summer's on the wrong side of the rift, as is Caps. Baron, a possibility here, Veddy, as you call for it.
I mean, Larssen is...
But he can use it against them.
Broken Blade going all the way around here. Was spotted.
Hello.
He cleared out that ward. Nature's Guard's coming out. Larssen has the Spirit Rush. Comp might get caught here. Tries to dodge between the two. Does still have the flash, but Caps is diving forward. Face Call's going to lock him up. Chain of Corruption coming out as well, but Yike! Body blocks perfectly. Instead, they go on to Caps with the cease and desist. Comp and Trimby are dead on the back line. Now it's on to Malrang, Larssen, and Shigenda to win this 3v3. Broken Blades running forward with the Ghosts. They're going to try and disengage, but Hans Summer opens up. Stopwatch from Larssen, but all he's going to be met with is a Boomerang Blade. Hans Summer takes him out, and G2 win the fight.
3 for 2 in favor of G2, and you can see the dive from both sides. The Maokai and the Olaf going onto the bot lane of Koi.
He was able to buy enough time with the W and the flash over the wall. Malrang did end up following him, and so did Larssen, but they created so much space.
When they get it down, though, their champs aren't that quick at doing damage. Nara's probably the highest DPS here. Trimby's almost dead from tanking it.
Can jump out of the back of the pit if needs.
I don't know if they can finish this. Trimby's gonna die.
Might die to the Baron. Doesn't yet. Koi will disengage. Yike on the chase. Nature's Grasp, an option for him. Malrang will take the honey fruit. Nature's Grasp coming out. G2 looking for something more out of this fight. Yike going in, Twisted Advance already. Shigenda down to half HP. Face cool. Gets Comp out of danger, but Broken Blade still on the chase. Flash forward. There's one. Yike takes it. Larssen and Shigenda now on the wrong side of the rift. Larssen's going to try and Spirit Rush away, but all his rushing is met with G2. Hans Summer on a killing spree now. Malrang looking for Caps, and he won't get him as he buffers away the jump once more.
Oh, he knocks it back
with the Buster Shot. You just can't get on Caps. He's dancing around Malrang, socially distancing him as Shigenda's chased down by Mickey. Now, Shigenda does win out on the pure 1v1, but Hans Summer doesn't like it when people hit on his support and will take him out. The flash away from Shigenda is only going to buy a little bit of time, as Yike can cut this off if he wants. Actually, he might buy more time than I was expecting. Comp, though, stepping forward. Broken Blade will chase him out, and he does manage to kill off Mickey. Broken Blade, though, will
hang on a minute.
Take out Comp. Yikes, now catching up with Shigenda.
Still alive.
But the Mega Shigenda walks out. What the hell? Baron delayed so long he can't be taken. Malrang's back. And here we go for round 2.
What is going on?
Thing to do.
This looks like a bit of a sticky situation. Larssen's going to try and get away. Twisted Advance, a possibility, but a good charm from Larssen. Malrang going in. They're looking for Hans Summer instead. He smites the spell shield, and Hans Summer falls. Now Koi, surrounded by 4 members of G2, as Broken Blade once again goes on a rampage in the midst. Larssen with a stopwatch. Shigenda wasn't there. And even though they kill off Hans Summer, the rest of G2 pounce.
The bot lane can't move, can they? Comp and Trimby are just sitting ducks. Broken Blade's just destroying them next to Yike. There's nowhere they can go. Well played by Malrang. Take a bow. Really good engage next to Larson on the hands, but what can Comp and Trimby really offer in these fights?
Oh, they're looking for Mickey. Caps now locked up. Gale forces. Yike trying to get in the back of the pit. The buster shot going out as Yike jumps over the wall. Malrang's got to pop a stopwatch. Shigenda into the minion R4. Caps goes into the pit. Malrang still surviving for a moment. Shigenda kills Caps. Malrang gets away. Oh, baby! These two titans will not fall to the floor. It's round 3 at the Baron. Let's go!
Koi are holding on.
Malrang?
Wait, he's gonna...
Oh, he gets the shield off of his passive, I'm pretty sure. Objective.
Sorry.
You see a bit of a fight happening.
Had to flash away, but Mickey's being caught. Shigenda and Larson find the enemy support.
He's still being chased.
Comp's still being chased up by Caps. Now Mickey will fall. It's not sole point for Koi. It is for G2 if they take this. Drake Hans Summer caught out by Malrang. Stopwatch to get away from the cease and desist, but that spell shield's already been used and now he burns the flash. Comp joins back in and solo kills Caps. Comps finally finds a moment where he's left alone for the fight, but it might not even win it for Koi. Shigenda forced down towards the bottom side. Malrang trying to get in here as well. Yike's going to eat some honey fruit, gobble those up, num 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 as he looks for a little bit more action here. Malrang stepping in. Trimby, Comp, and Shigenda, what can you do? Boomerang, Shigenda trying to build up that Mega Gnar.
Watch
Comp the sapling, Comp the sapling, Comp the sides of the sapling. Fate's call to save him from the sapling. It's the best mechanical play I've seen in years. Shigenda now building up that Mega Gnar for Malrang. How long on your ult? Still a quarter of the cooldown left on it.
Mickey's back alive. He's making his way back towards the fight. Larson, 20 seconds, has the teleport as well. Caps will be up before him though, but he has no TP, so he will have to run to the fight. The dragon has been started. Malrang on the flank.
Malrang gets onto Mickey once again. The saplings, the boomerang. Comp chipped away, the dragon secured that soul. Mickey forced low, but he flashes forward as he looks for more. Shigenda taking the blue up. Yike looking for the flank position here. Nature's Grasp, will it find its mark? Comp goes back in. Doesn't get caught with the ribs, but Malrang sacrifices himself for his AD carry. And in the end, after all that, G2 get the soul and should be able to secure the Baron.
Absolute chaos! What the hell's going on? Koi end up losing the fight. G2 are on the Baron now. I think that's it. They're gonna get the neutrals. Soul picked up, Baron picked up. Koi, very valiant effort to try to stop it from happening. But it's G2 that come out on top.
Even squishier, and we've seen that multiple times. Now G2 have a wave. They're knocking on the door of Koi's base, and they're looking to end the series right here and right now.
Shigenda's basing. Mega Gnar's timing out. They're going to lose the inhib. I don't think they'll go for more. But as I say that, they are G2. Looks like they're going to move towards mid, but there's no wave there. Inhib goes down, but...
Shigenda going forward. They see him. He's on the control ward.
No.
Shigenda gets Goomba stomped by Caps, and there's nowhere for him to go. Broken Blade chased off the rest of Koi, and although Larson's finished that Rabadons, it might be a little bit too late for Koi right now. Super Minions pushing in the top wave. In the next minion wave, this one still only has a cannon to bolster it. Koi do have relatively good wave play with the poke from the Varus with the REQ, and they will do exactly that, but all that G2 are doing is delaying for the minion wave in mid. Broken Blade will escort it. Caps rooted, gets the buster shot down! The Nature's Grasp now coming out. G2 looking for a little bit more out of the action as Caps has already fallen. Hans Summer stepping forward. Trimby low on HP. The inhibitor tower next up for G2. They'll take it, they'll look for mid inhib as well. Double inhibs down with a minute 30 on the Elder.
Yeah, easy pick up there. 1 for 1 in the fight. Caps doesn't lose any summoners. Broken Blade's the biggest problem. You just highlighted it there. Larson is... How can you flank? There's so many saplings, but they have to get in here somehow.
Flash from Yike looking for Larson. The charm going wide as well, and Larson can stop time for a second, but with the TP coming in, Spirit Rush away. Larson surviving. Caps going forward. Caps lands the final shot and then pops a stopwatch of his own. Shigenda trying to get into the backline, but Broken Blade is running them down. The blade that was broken has been reforged, and G2 will destroy Koi in the river. The Guardian Angel can only watch as Malrang goes down for a second time. A triple to Hans Summer, and the base in tatters around Koi.
The collapse from Yike onto Larson sealed the deal for G2, and they'll look to end the series right now.
G2 make a date with Destiny in the finals once again. The new look for a new roster. It continues G2's winning ways as they lock a spot in the finals on Sunday.
Koi were competitive in the third game, and they were certainly competitive in this fourth game here, but G2, just a masterclass of skirmishing, teamfight mechanics, such a good display of talent from both these teams, but it's G2 that come out on top.
And Koi, they'll feel frustrated.